I think that works. All right, welcome back to Lower Soccer Field. Lower Soccer Field. This is our second live stream. Unfortunately, we had audio issues with the first one, but we are just moments away from kickoff now. I'm Charlie Templeton.
I'm Declan Curran. We'll go over the rest of the Cougs lineup. We have starting in goals, Zora Standifer. We have at forward, we have Journey Middleborn, Jordan Young. At defender, we have Kira Mitchell, Maisie Cluxtall, Maggie Mace, and Ashley Reese. And at midfield, we have Audrey Shackelford, Isabel Wright, and Ava Garashi.
All right, ball at midfield as we get ready for the kickoff.
Yep, looks like LMU will be kicking us off first. We're kicking off about 5 minutes late, which is not too bad.
That's just about standard.
And we are underway. LMU kicks this off. Gets it across midfield. That's headed by the Cougs, going back over to the Cougs. Keeping it in bounds. That's Isabel Wright. Her shot goes wide of the mark.
Oh, some hard.
Get it back. We have some hard contact there.
Yeah, it looks like Young got pushed. Nothing doing from the referee, and it'll head back the other way.
Yeah, foul called on the Cougs. Back over to the Lions. Goalkeeper JJ Hoover will pick it back in play. And they left the ball just short of the midfield marker.
Well, sides pushing back into the Cougar end.
Lions kick it off. That's headed by the Cougs. Cougs going back over on the offensive side.
Same ball. Kick them.
And here comes the kick for the Cougs back over to the Cougs side of the field. This one's a good opportunity for the Cougs. Shot is up, and it is just off the hands of the LMU goalkeeper. Boy, that was a missed opportunity right there for the Cougs. As here's the second chance for the Cougs. Just high at the goalpost. Two really good shots for the Cougs. Two missed opportunities right there.
Well, like I said earlier when we were in the pregame, with the way that the weather's looking as the rain just continues to come down here in Pullman, it's light rain, but it is going to continue for a couple hours here. The earlier you can score, the better, because you may not get another chance with how hard the rain's coming down and how wet this field is rapidly becoming.
JJ Hoover kicks it back over. That's headed by the Cougs. Back over to the Lions side. And the Cougs get it back. But there's a Lion defender right there to kick it out of bounds. Just behind the Lions bench, we have a throw-in coming for the Cougs.
A good spot for them, about a third of the way into Lion territory. They maintain offensive possession.
Yep, Lions remain on offensive possession. Ball is just in front of the Lions bench. This one's kicked out of bounds over the stadium for the Cougs. Throw-in coming for the Lions.
Yeah, the time spent here out of bounds is really going to be costing both teams as this field just continues to get wetter and wetter as the grass just absorbs all this water coming down.
Yeah, the rain's coming down much harder now. Shot coming here for the Cougs. That's going to be Jordan Young.
Chance there for against a couple of defenders, just couldn't quite place a shot. And now Watts hammers one directly off of a defender. Bourne took a shot there.
And that's a Cougar. Yep, we have our first corner kick of the night coming for the Cougs to be taken by Audrey Shackelford.
This will be big for them. In the game against Santa Clara a couple of weeks ago, they struggled to get any corner kicks going. I think they only had one or two in the first half, so getting one this early is really big for them as they take it off in the left corner. Here's
a shot. That's blocked a couple times. Deflected back on the Cook side. That's picked out.
Yeah, that looks to me like Washington State just had too many players in the box that reflect. I think the first shot went off of a Washington State player, ended up with Jordan Young, kicked it back out. Then by that point, LMU would be able to form up a defensive line. Lots of shot deflected.
And that was another Cougar corner kick. The second kick in like 10 seconds.
So we'll try it again. This time from the other side. It's a shot from the right corner now.
It's going to be Shackelford doing this again. I say the Cougs can capitalize on this one. Kicks it off. That's headed by the Lions. Back over headed the Cougs back on the Coug side. That one's going out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Lions.
All bounced off a couple heads. I think it went off Gureshi last out for a Lions goal kick.
Kick gets just short of midfield. We have a foul called going the other way. That's called on the Cougs. The Lions maintain possession. We're kicking from just about midfield.
Yeah, I think the Washington State just jumped a little bit early there, trying to go for that header, pushed off the shoulders. Can't do that. That's going to get called every time.
As that's headed a couple times, ends up going back on the Coug side. LMU tries to keep it in bounds, but they can't. But it's a throw-in coming for the Lions.
The race there between Gureshi and Mercado is supposed to get it. Neither of them did. Out for a Lions throw-in at just about midfield.
That was Izzy Smith throwing it back in play. We have some contact there. No whistle. We're going to say play on.
Bourne and Cluckstall ran into each other. Incidental contact, both going for the ball. No reason for the ref to say anything else there.
This goes back to the goalkeeper. That's headed by the Cougs, but immediately goes back over on the Lions side.
A couple of lofty looping kicks there from LMU, trying to just build something here, and here they come.
And this is a good opportunity for the Lions to score first. The shot is way high.
A booming kick. That one lands just about halfway between the goal and the fence of the stadium, out by the Cougars logo.
Yeah, that went up on the hill over there.
There's way too much on that one.
So Standifer will be taking a goal kick for the Cougs.
It was a bit like an outfielder watching a fly ball go over the fence. Nothing you can do there, and why would you? That one stands no threat.
And we have a foul call. It looks like this is on the Lions, so this will be Cougs possession. Let's see if the Cougs can capitalize on this.
7 minutes, 4 shots to 1. The Cougs leading the Lions. 2 fouls for Washington State, 1 for LMU.
No corner kicks thus far yet for LMU.
It is a 2-on-2.
Yep, golden opportunity here. Contact, and this will be a foul, I believe. Yes, the ref is going to blow the whistle. This looks like this will be a yellow card on Kira Mitchell.
Yeah, very much. Mitchell made contact with, I believe that was Harrington before she made contact with the ball. And is this going to be a penalty or a free kick? Or I think they're just giving LMU a corner here. Yes, they are. A corner kick from the right side of the field. The wind up.
Yeah,
here's the kick.
This will be number 21, Hallie to Cal.
Booming shot bounces off of Mace back out of bounds. It'll be, I believe, another corner kick from the same spot.
Yep.
For LMU.
Yep, another corner kick coming here for the Lions.
Let's want to do the last 30 seconds. Let's run it again, shall we?
Now we're even at corner kicks. We have 2 corner kicks on both sides.
Bit of movement from LMU. Here comes the kick.
Golden opportunity. And that's taken away over to the Cougs side.
It's cleared off. It will just barely not sneak past midfield before heading out for an LMU throw-in just inside of Washington State territory.
Throw-in coming right in front of the scorer's table. Great defense there by the Cougs, but LMU maintains possession.
LMU switching sides of the field. They go from left to right. Now have a chance in the box.
Golden opportunity for the Lions. That shot is wide left. We have a goal kick coming here by Standiford.
A cross looked like it was going to Dobbs. Dobbs cuts back. That ends up no problem there. For Washington State, they had both, I believe, both Mace and then Stanford in goal right there. That one did not stand a chance.
Standiford just did the goal kick. She almost slipped trying to complete the goal kick. That's how what the playing surface is tonight.
And Jordan Young now on a break.
Golden opportunity for the Cougs. Jordan Young with the shot just wide of the net.
Yeah, wide right. Young coming driving in, then cuts back out, fires one at net. That one stays on the ground, scoots to the right of goal by just about a foot, maybe two.
That's another golden opportunity missed by the Cougs.
Well, both teams have had chances, and as I've said, I think as the field gets wetter, as the pitch gets wetter, the opportunities are going to start getting less and less. Through 10 minutes, 5 shots for the Cougs, 1 for the Lions. No saves needed so far for Washington State. LMU has 1. Corner kicks tied at 2 apiece for both sides. 2 fouls for Washington State. LMU with 1. We are in the 11th minute.
We should also mention that the Cougs are currently riding a 3-match unbeaten streak against LMU.
Last match was a tie.
And they haven't lost to LMU since 2002.
They want to keep their now 23-year-old streak alive.
And that's just under Coach Schulenberger since he took over for WSU. Going over 10 here for the Cougs. We got contact.
And that'll be a foul.
Yep, that looks like they're calling that a foul on LMU. So this one's going over on the Cougs side.
Yeah, rightfully called. There was contact made on Gureshi before contact was made on the ball.
This will be taken just short of midfield.
May sends it in.
Headed by the Cougs in the wrong direction over on the LMU side.
Yeah, tried to send a directed header over to Young. Got to it, but deflected off of an LMU defender and back the other way. But Cougars maintain possession, sends it back into the round half for Mace.
Yes, we have Kira Mitchell wearing a face mask tonight.
She's missed a couple games recently.
Yeah, she's had multiple facial fractures. So wearing the mask makes sense so she doesn't get hurt.
The Cougars really need a player of her caliber, though. She's playing through it. Obviously, you got to imagine that there's still some pain there, but she's playing through it.
Especially with all the injuries the Cougs have.
Absolutely, and they cannot afford anything else tonight, so they have to be careful here in some pretty treacherous conditions.
Yeah, especially season-ending injuries. Those have killed the Cougs so far, obviously. Now with Price on for the year. Cross for the Cougs! That hits the crossbar.
Off the top post, off the crossbar. Gureshi thought she had one.
Second chance for the Cougs. That's wide left, saved by the goalkeeper. 2 opportunities for the Cougs.
Well, the Cougars,
right there,
the Cougars forcing Hoover into some reflex early in this one. It's a booming shot by Ava Gureshi. Just bounced off the post. Crowd roars before realizing that one did not end up in the net.
That's about as close as you can get without the ball going in.
Just about.
This one's headed by LMU. Goes back on the Cougs side, and now it goes back over on the Lions side. Kept in bounds by the Cougs, and then goes out of bounds for a Lions throw-in.
Yeah, Reese got a foot to that one. Couldn't quite hook it back past the sideline.
Emma DePaye will be bringing it back in for LMU. Ball goes across the center line, back on LMU's side. Here comes the cross. And whistle blows, and we have a foul called on the Lions, back over on the Cougs side.
And they move that quickly on that foul. It'll be, I believe, that is right on the left side.
Yes, it is. That's right. And her shot, and
trying to find Middleborn on that cross. A little bit too much power over the head of Middleborn and out for a goal kick.
That did not work out at all. Went way right, going back over to the Lions. Goal kick coming.
The concept, though, you have to admit, the concept was certainly there.
As we wait momentarily for the goal kick here. And it's headed by the Lions. The Cougs are being aggressive on defense once again. even in the pouring down rain like we have tonight.
Now, the rain actually has lessened in the last couple of minutes. It's now just a light sprinkle, almost like snow, but not cold enough yet to be snow. And I think players have probably pretty happy that it is not, in fact, snowing yet here in Pullman.
Yeah, the rain has lightened up, but it's still impacting. It's still impacting the play of this game for sure.
Well, it's slowed, but it hasn't stopped.
As a whistle's blown here, it looks like this is a foul on the Cougs, so it's.
No, they're just going to call the one out of bounds. It looks like Goreshi got her foot to that one and sent it back in, but I think she was out of bounds when she did it.
Either way, it's a throw in for the Lions. Back over on the Lions side. Opportunity here being defended by two Cougs. That cross is saved by Standifer.
Hard to tell if that was a cross or a shot. LMU just ran out of room there coming down the sideline, had to send one in before she went out of bounds.
As Standifer's kick is headed by the Cougs, being defended by three Lions. As we have Jordan Young.
He passes up to Middleburn. Here's the cross.
And this one is wide, saved by one of the LMU defenders. And that's how you know it's wet. We had a player, Isabel Wright slip on her shot. And
Wright slides on the cross. It looks like Goreshi slid a little bit trying to get the shot through.
Yeah, weather is definitely going to be a factor for this game. Don't be surprised if we see players have to come off because of them slipping on the wet surface.
Well, the rain is continuing to lessen and will continue to get lighter and lighter throughout the hour, but it has not stopped.
No, and luckily for LMU, they're coming just in time before the snow because coming at the end of November, it'll be snowing pretty hard here.
Here comes right down the left side. There's that one in, nobody home for the Cougs.
Yeah, that was wide. Little miscommunication there back on the LMU side.
Washington State will fight this one back all the way back from now past midfield in the Washington State territory.
Yep, past midfield back on the LMU side, and this is a turnover back to the Cougs. Let's see if the Cougs can finally capitalize on this.
It is certainly a defense in-depth strategy for Washington State. Schulenberger having these players play all the way back as Goreshi now gets past a LMU defender. It looks like she slid a little bit.
Yeah, she slid, and Jordan Young being defended by the defender, and the defender ultimately gets it back and tries to keep it in bounds, goes out of bounds, throw and come in for the Lions.
I think they're going to give that for a throw for Washington State. Yes, they are. Yes, they
are. Jordan Young will be throwing this in. That certainly looks to me like it.
Well, if you looked at it as it was going out of bounds, couldn't tell if it was Reese or Young. I think it was Jordan Young was trying to hold off the LMU defender.
And Jordan Young was trying to get the pass back, but she kind of stumbled a little bit, and as a result, it's turned back over to LMU. But
they just clear it out, and now Washington State again just picks right up again with the ball, and they're going to bring it back up again.
Yeah, Kira Mitchell was all alone over there, and this one's kicked out of bounds by the bench. Throw-in coming for the Cougs, and we're right back to action. We're not wasting a second on this one.
And on these times where play is stopping, Washington State really throwing it in quickly, getting penalties back out quickly. They are running up tempo, and they are furiously trying to get one into the back of the net here in the first half.
Shot by Elena Watts, deflected out of bounds by Izzy Smith, resulting in a Cougar corner kick, their third corner kick of this match. We're seeing a lot more corner kicks in this match for the Cougs, which is definitely an improvement from the Santa Clara one.
They lead shots 7-1, fouls tied at 2, 18th minute.
Cougs winning in almost every category right now except for the one that matters most, the scoreboard. And it might end up staying 0-0 with the way the conditions are tonight.
We'll see. Shackelford sends that far over the head of anybody. Middleburn's going to have to go chase that one down. She does before it goes out of bounds.
Yep, good save over there by Middleburn. As the cross is taken out of bounds, this will be a corner kick
that's another.
That's it. This is going to be a Cougar corner kick, the fourth one of the match, and it's Audrey Shackelford taking it again.
I thought that one, Jordan Young, but I think they're going to say that maybe either Harrington or Bourne just got maybe a foot to it first, and that's the last one to touch it.
Nevertheless, it's a
very loosely packed in the box, very spread out. Here comes the kick.
shot is headed. It's in the right direction. Cougs still maintain possession.
Watts trying to make her way past the defender.
And that's headed by LMU back over on the Lions side. Cougs go on defense, try to get it back. This one's kicked out of bounds.
Great header by Bourne just to send that one away, killing any threat that Washington State could have built up there. But they maintain possession. It'll be a throw-in, and here it is.
And that's immediately stolen by the Lions. Contact there, and yeah, that's a foul 100% of the time. And
That's a foul called on Reese. Contact, trying to, you got to go for the ball, but you can't go through another player to do it.
As a result, it's turnover back to the Lions. Gets it across midfield, back on the Lions side.
Controlled by Dobbs. Trying to work a play past Fluxstall. Jekin on it, sent back out.
And
It's picked up by DePalier, who sends it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Washington State.
that looks like that was Reese with the throw-in, and the person who she got it to.
Direction Young made their way through 4 defenders.
And that's a missed opportunity again. LMU gets it back.
The 5th defender, though, they cannot get past. But every time we look back, Washington State takes the ball back.
Must be some miscommunication there by the Cougs. As here's the shot by Shackelford. That's high of the post again.
Yeah, got under that one, lifted into the air. Great idea with a lob shot, just a little bit too much. Hoover goes up to get that one just over the crossbar for a goal kick.
Yeah, that one was not as close to the crossbar as
No, not quite as close by the shot by Gureshi, but you can't get much closer without one going into the back of the net.
goal kick coming for the Lions, headed across by the Cougs and mirrored by the Lions. Cougs defending well, trying to take it away, but Lions maintain possession. And what defense by Shackelford? She steals it back. Cougs now back on offense. And it's kicked out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Lions. As ball thrown back in.
LMU now again reverse the field.
And that was
the pass intended to Smith ends up with Watts. Cougars cannot maintain possession. Will go out for a Lions throw in on the right side.
This will be Izzy Smith throwing it in right below us here.
Just about 10 feet into LMU territory, just past midfield. They'll throw it in the Cougar territory. And now Smith with a booming kick.
Yeah, that is a booming kick. Saved by Standifer. She has to leap to save that.
Standifer almost made some pretty hard contact there with Mace. Luckily, those two were able to just avoid some contact.
Standifer kicks it back in. And
it goes off the foot of Person.
Back over
back to Fitzgerald, and that could
and
the Standifer.
Standifer tried to save it. She also tried, but luckily she got back up in a hurry. And that's kicked right to the LMU goalkeeper. This one.
Yeah, Hoover had to get that one out fast because Middleborn came in flying from absolutely nowhere. Cougars now still with it in LMU territory.
Yep, it's Shackelford now.
Working against 3 defenders, sends it back out to the far left side.
That's Isabel Wright. Keeping it in possession. Here's the shot, and saved by the goalkeeper.
Save. That was Fluxstall on the shot. Just looks like as she planted it, she didn't quite get the drive that she wanted on that one, leading to a shot that was pretty easily saved by Hoover. Washington State still playing very up-tempo on defense.
I got to say, the thing killing the Cougs right now is the missed opportunities down at the end of the net.
Well, a lot of shots taken.
Here's a shot, and that is just wide of the net. That goes up on the hill.
Fantastic shot by Dobbs. Standifer had to leap to get that one, and I believe that they're going to say that, yes, they are. It'll be a corner kick for LMU. Standifer off her glove. That's what saved the goal, but it does give LMU a shot at a corner to get that goal that they will say that they should have gotten right there.
It'll be Emma Mikoibus taking the corner kick for the Lions here.
It'll be from the left side.
Right in front of the College Cup logo from the air that the Cougs.
4 players in a square
Maybe
outside the
College Cup.
box for LMU. Everybody else inside. Here's the move and here's the kick.
It's sort of a booming kick, and this one's going to roll out of bounds. Maybe, yep, nope, it's out of bounds. Couldn't be saved in time.
That one gets out of bounds. Good job to clear it. Young could not quite catch up to that one. It'll go out. It'll be a throw in for LMU.
It's Cameron Bourne taking the throw in. Being defended by 2 Cougar defenders, and they force this one out of bounds.
An ambitious throw in, trying to get the person trying to weave their way through 4 defenders. That was not going to work. Sent out, but they do get another chance.
Throw in coming for the Lions.
Right down the sideline.
And
Here's the shot.
that was kind of a weird shot.
Well, deflected off. Standifer had a wide open shot. If someone for LMU was there, nobody was.
Back on the Cougs side. The Cougs just gotta get somebody there with a little bit of contact. No whistle blown. And
they'll call a delayed foul against Washington State. It'll be a free kick.
right on cue, they did blow the whistle. This free kick will be just about center line. Opportunity here for the Lions, but the Cougs shut that down quickly. They go back on the offensive side. It's Isabel Wright. Isabel Wright.
She
running
cuts
down
in
the
now.
field.
Tries to get through
by
2
Lions
defenders. Couldn't do it. Smith sends that one away.
Shackelford back on the attack. Shot is deflected off of it. LMU defender back on the Lions side. Kylie Dobbs gets tripped up a little bit by the turf, but she's back on her feet. Lions get it across the center line where a Cougar is right there waiting for it. Cougs back on the attack. Shackelford kicks this one right out of bounds.
Shackelford was looking for Middleborn there for a really set up to a cross. Couldn't quite get it. Too much power on that. And with the lack of acceleration you have on a wet field such as this, Middleborn just couldn't quite catch up to it. Now we'll see a substitute for the Washington State.
Yeah, first substitution of the night for either team. Coming in will be the 5'5" freshman midfielder out of Los Angeles, number 7, Ana de los Santos, coming in for Ashley Reese. This will be the first of, well, most likely be many substitutions in this game. Goal kick coming for the Lions.
You got to think, though, the exhaustion often associated with the heat that you get early in the season here. Opposite case here, it's a cool and wet night.
Yeah, here in Pullman, you start out with heat and then it turns into really cold weather really fast.
And it turns quick.
Another Cougar slips. Here's a shot for the Lions. What a save by Standifer. She keeps this one. She keeps that one from the Lions.
It was a shot by Dobbs, deflected off of the foot of Mace, who I think slipped, and then perfectly finds its way into the gloves of Standifer. What a save.
Cougs back on the attack. This is Isabel Wright. Being defended by Smith. Deflected by the Lions out of bounds.
Deflected off of Zimmerman. That'll be a corner kick from Washington State.
Yes, it is.
Corner kick.
We'll have to see who's taking this one. It's going to be Shackelford once again.
You want to switch up real quick? And do switch it, and we'll switch back again halfway for a second. I was hoping to do a little bit of play-by-play for the first half.
Oh, first half, yeah.
All right. Watson sends it back out to Shackelford on the left side. Word against the defender on the sideline. That'll be out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Washington State off of DePaul.
Let's see if this will be Shackelford again. And yes, it will.
Okay. That's more than they had the entire game against Santa Clara.
I guess at this point you could say if you need someone to take a corner kick, rely on Audrey Shackelford because she's the one doing them all now.
A lot of movement. The pass to Goreshi, then back to Shackelford. And the goal. I didn't say who it is. I think that was Middleborn who got her head to it first.
Yes, that was.
Gloves with Hoover into the back of the net as a 1-0 lead for Washington State. 29th minute.
Yes, they are going back to Journey Middleborn. Boy, I tell you what, that shot is. I mean, I don't see it. Anything that can be a shot right there.
Well, fantastic setup.
Completely confused the Lions defense.
A great setup on that corner kick instead of the usual setup on what is essentially a cross. They pass it out to the Reshi, then back to Shackelford. He sends one in perfectly headed off of the gloves of Hoover by Middleborn into the back of the net. It's a 1-0 Washington State lead.
And we have a substitution for the Cougs. Abigail Sadal now checking in for the Cougs for Isabel Wright.
Goal.
And Shackelford has been giving an assist for that goal.
Meanwhile, here comes LMU. They're trying to get one back, but held by Smith. She slips and she goes down back the other way with Washington State. They now reverse field. They go from left to right. De Los Santos back up to Middleburn.
And for Middleborn, that was her second goal of the season.
Now she sends one in sliding on the save. I believe that was Bourne. Well done by her to send that one out. But another corner kick for Washington State. You got to think they're going to try to repeat what they just did mere 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, the Cougs are really improving on all these on the opponent allowing them to take all these corner kicks. It was something.
Well, so it'll be Shackelford again.
Something that they struggled with against Santa Clara.
Santos. He fires one in right at Hoover, is able to shift over and make that save. Good shot by De Los Santos. Good save by Hoover. Nothing you can do there, and it'll be back going the other way with the Lions. It's held by Hoover, letting everybody get their way back. She'll drop it, take it herself. Here comes Young to try to contest it as it's sent away now past midfield. And that'll be a foul called against the Lions. There'll be some complaints there, but it did look like Goreshi got shoved by Dobbs, who is being called for the foul. And again, quickly sets it up and sends it back off. Here comes Washington State again.
Yeah, the Lions were arguing.
Watts lobs one up, trying to look for Young, who manages to keep it alive on the sideline. Fantastic job. Sidal fires it in, nobody home. Deflected back out by LMU, but Shackelford maintains possession. Shackelford working against three defenders. She sends it back out to the right for Middleborn. She finds her way past her defender. And they'll go all the way back into the right corner before finally Middleborn's called for a foul. It will be Lions ball. A free kick just a few feet away from what for them is their back left corner.
Yeah, now hopefully these free kicks that the Cougs are giving the Lions off these fouls.
Here comes the kick, headed, maintained by Santos. She'll lose the possession. Ball contested about a third of the way between the sideline and the LMU goal. It'll be a throw-in for Loyola Marymount.
Yeah.
No, it'll be a foul called against Washington State. It'll be a free kick.
Yeah, as I was saying, hopefully all these free kicks that the Cougs are giving to the Lions doesn't end up impacting them.
Well, Washington State certainly a defensive-oriented team. They do give up quite a few fouls. It is just how they play. A chance there for LMU not developing. Harrington tried to go for a header. I believe that Shackelford was the one who got to that one first, and now Stanford will send a booming kick into Loyola Marymount territory. Middleborn tries to get to it on the sideline. Did she save it? No, she did not. Couldn't quite put to it before it went out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for LMU. The Lions throw in all the way on their left side, about halfway between midfield and goal. Headed a couple times, and then booted back out of bounds for LMU. It'll be a throw-in for Washington State.
Man, these teams are just alternating throw-ins all of a sudden now.
Well, ball certainly contested, but staying in LMU's side. Here comes, I believe that's Jordan Young down the right side. Bounces around a couple times. They're going to call that a goal kick. It bounced. It was kicked by Young, bounced off of LMU, off Young again and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick placed down by Hoover. She lines this one up again, allowing WSU to fall back. And now we'll see a sub as Young will come off.
And Elliot Cordes will be coming in for the Cougs.
She makes a substitution there. Off comes Young. And the ball's now out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throwing exactly at the midfield line. Will be thrown in. De Los Santos heads it. And now back the other way with for LMU. They have the ball midfield. Cut out by Goreshi, but maintained by LMU. Here they come. It's a 3-on-3. Sends one out to the right side for the Lions. Cannot get to it.
Really good opportunity there for the Lions. Just couldn't capitalize on it.
So it'll be now a throw-in. No, it'll be a goal kick now for Washington State. Sandifer places that one's down. She takes a couple steps out just as she winds up. A line drive kick that would go off the head of Person. Now over to Watts. Held by Washington State on their left sideline. Now back over to Goreshi.
Taken across the midfield here by the Cougs.
Both players looked like they slipped there, but Washington State maintains possession. They bring it up.
Yeah, there was a little contact there. No foul.
Flip it. It's clean. Goreshi with it. Now Kluckstall working her way past the defender. Now kicks it back over to the other side. Here comes a cross. Two Washington State players collide. Ball is easily popped out and sent away by LMU, and now here they come. It's a 1-on-3, now a 2-on-4.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity here for the Lions.
As Dobbs' cross just cannot quite find its mark. She was looking for Harrington. As Harrington just keeps that one in, crosses over the goal. Nobody there. Standifer had to make a play on it. She didn't, but nothing there for LMU as that one goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for them as they let you get this one in quick. It'll be born on the throw-in.
Yeah, we're here at the 35.5-minute mark, about 9.5 minutes.
Ricola passes it in. Sent away by Mitchell, maintained by Little Lamar. Now finally, maintaining possession of his Goreshi as she comes up the field. Bit of contact there made by LMU. She sends
big
this
opportunity
one
here for the Cougs.
Middleburn could not get to it. Took a bad bounce away from her, but she maintains possession so it tries to cross it in. De Los Santos wants up a shot, makes a move on a defender, sends it back out. Middleburn crosses it. Nobody home for the Cougs. That one is going to just be kept in bounds on what is LMU's right sideline, but Washington State immediately takes that one back, and there's some contact now.
Yeah, there looked like there was a little miscommunication there.
There was McKell, but nothing called. Picked up by Hoover.
Looked like there was miscommunication there on those.
Who's 22 for us?
For us?
Yeah.
Elliot Cordes.
Thank you. And ball is held at midfield, picked up by Santos, kicks one over the head. And only player LMU wanted a foul there, nothing there. Watts passes into Goreshi. Into the box. Goreshi working on 4 defenders. Passes it back out to Watts. Watts sends the kick in just to the right. A diving Hoover could not make the play, but she didn't need to as that one just sneaks its way past the right post and out of bounds for a goal kick.
Man, that's a huge missed opportunity there for the Cougs.
Chance to double them up.
Yeah, if that would have went in, this probably could have almost took the game out of reach for the Lions.
Well, the rain's still coming down, less so than before, but it is still there, and it looks to persist.
Yep, and we still have about 8 minutes left until halftime.
Line drive kick cut out by Goreshi. She'll get called for a foul. Too much contact there with Dobbs, just within the half field circle. It'll be a free kick now for Loyola Marymount. It'll be taken by Zimmerman. She sends it out, and that's just going to go straight out of bounds. trying to find McCullough. That's a mistake there for LMU. It'll be a throw-in for Washington State, taken by, it looks like it'll be taken by Portis. No, she passes it off to Watts. Watts will take the throw-in.
Man, I tell you what, these two teams are.
He dumps it off to Goreshi. Goreshi looking to get past midfield, sends it back out over to Shackelford, who sends it now all the way across the field, left side to right. Back over to Shackelford in the middle as she goes over the Cougar logo into LMU territory. Looking around, trying to work on a defender. Back out to Watts, left side. She's trying to find her way past Bourne. She does send one up to De Los Santos, cut out by LMU, but Shackelford manages to pick that one up again. Still Washington State territory as Shackelford just gets clipped. She goes down. She comes back up with it, but LMU with the ball, and that one is going to end up rolling all the way over to Standifer in goal. She rolls it back out.
Yeah, it looked like Shackelford when she went down. She was grabbing at her left leg a little bit, but she's walking just fine.
Goreski gets it past midfield. And more now over to Middleborn, right side. She has some trouble maintaining possession. She does, though. Into the corner. Here comes a cross. Couldn't get to it. She slides. No problem for J.J. Hoover. She picks that one up, and it'll go now for the Lions. What can they do now? Trying to build an attack that really has not been there. Only 3 shots, 10 less than the Cougars. Washington State, 13 shots in the first half for them.
Yeah.
And now a booming kick.
Yeah, their Cougars have not been able to capitalize on
some
on
contact delayed foul.
Yeah, that is a little bit delayed. Yeah.
Harrington had possession of it, trying to fight past. I believe that was Shackelford. Managed to get past Shackelford, then called for the foul. She was not happy about that. It'll be Watts try to get it to Goreshi. They line up with Cordes on the about as far to the left sideline as you can get. Watts sends it over. Shackelford, middle of the field. Somehow gets that one past McCullough, and then finally gives up possession. McCullough with it. And now here comes LMU. They'll send that one over to Bourne, as that one is now contested by Watts. Both teams behind the midfield. And there's a push now from Bourne. She shoves Watts. Watts slides. She goes down. It'll be a
clean
free
foul
kick for Washington State. They go fast. Watts with it. Original pass was to Koreshi. Sends it out to Watts as she now slowly makes her way past midfield. She goes over to Cortis now on the left side, back to Koreshi in the middle of the field. Sends that one over. Not exactly sure who she was looking for there as that one goes out of bounds.
We have a substitution coming in for the Cougs here. Number 13, Jamuna Williams comes in for the Cougs. It looks like she's coming in for Journey Middleborn, and yes, Middleborn is taking a seat.
So Jamuna Williams gets her first action today.
The sophomore from Denver.
Meanwhile, here comes LMU. They are working it down the sideline, tried to get across. That was Harrington, couldn't do it. Fantastic defensive pressure there from Watts. Was not going to let her get to the middle, force her to the outside. Harrington runs out of room, tries to force a cross in that wasn't there. But I believe that it looks like they're going to give LMU a corner kick. I think it might have gone off of Standifer in goal.
Yeah, they're giving the Lions a corner kick here. It'll be
that'll be their 4th of the game, the 11th total, 7-4. The Cougars lead the corner kick battle.
This will be Clay Booth.
Really not much movement. The Clay Booth lines up. Here's the kick. That one goes over the goal. Attempted header by LMU does not pan out, and they maintain possession. Sends a skying ball in. A leaping Standifer is able to make the play. There were two white jerseys right there. Neither of them able to make a play. And that was Smith and Harrington. Both of them just had to watch Standifer leap and pick that one out of the sky. As this one almost a pop fly. But picked up by Santos. This could be a chance for Washington State. Working their way past the defenders. Here's a shot. Just over the crossbar. A leaping Hoover had some concern on her face there for a second. No worries on that one as that one heads out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Lions.
Good shot there. Good shot there for the Cougs. Just a little bit.
They're 14th of the day. They have outshot LMU 14-3 so far as we only have just over 2 minutes to go in this first half of play. Goal kick contested. Picked up by LMU. Person kicks it back out.
Yeah.
Seagal trying to contest the pass back to Hoover. Hoover able to get that one clear. And it'll be a foul called against Washington State. I think that they're going to get Gureshi on that one.
Yeah, that shot by the Cougs, that was a good shot.
A bit of a plot by LMU here as they let everybody, they're pushing absolutely everybody forward here. Only one player and the keeper in their half of the field. Here it comes. Kick is in, headed by Gureshi. Sadal is able to pick that one up, trying to make some moves down the right sideline, out of bounds, just past the scorer's table for another throw-in. LMU trying to work quickly here as they get that one off. Hounded by 2 Cougar players, and that's going to be a foul.
And
I think they're going to get Gureshi on that one again. Here comes another kick. This one way closer to goal. Harrington tries to head it. Headed now by Mace and sent away, but still in the box. LMU has it. Cross coming in. Headed away this time by Watts. LMU still threatening.
Yep.
The Cougars cannot clear. 1 minute to go.
Yep, 1 minute left in the half.
Mace tries to get that one away. Land sends it right back, and we're right in the same spot as we were before. LMU still threatening as they try to now cross the field with Macabas now back into their own territory. Sent away again. Mitchell tries to make a play, and she finally does, sends that one far out of play. It'll be a throw-in for LMU, and for Washington State, just had to send that one out of play so they could just reset it. Plus, the amount of time they're going to need to get a new ball may not be able much opportunity after this corner kick for the Lions.
Yeah, these teams.
30 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, I think both these teams are just trying to find good opportunities to get a shot. They're just.
Yeah, here comes the kick. So movement from LMU. Here it comes. Fantastic job by Sadal. She comes flying in and cuts that one out.
10 seconds.
Here comes the shot.
10 seconds
The
left in the
header.
half.
And it's just off to the right.
And
Just past the right post, and that'll do it for the first half. No one making an attempt to go get that one.
yep, and the first half has come to an end here. The Cougs lead 1-0 against LMU Lions.
Thanks to a fantastic corner kick goal. Here's your first half stats. 14 shots for Washington State. 3. 4 saves required so far for the Lions. Only 1 made by the Cougs. 12 corner kick total. 5 for LMU. Washington State has 7. 9 foul for Wazoo. Only 5 for LMU. That'll do it for the first half. Washington State leads LMU 1-0, and we'll go to half. This is KOGR, Student Voice of the Police. All right. Okay, well, we still have audio, I think. Looks like we do. Yeah, it looks like we do. Fantastic. Actually, hang on, let me just. We do. Awesome.
This song. That's the Michigan song right here. Because I wanted to started out with a kiss, I did it like this.
Thanks so much. So, I just don't notice. Maybe it's behind you. The door's Uh-oh. Here, I'll see what you have to do. You gotta. Oh, dang, nothing.
It's fast. It's now, go.
So often if we get one free.
We can get
over the entire game.
we can get what? Oh, one straight
Yeah,
now.
one free ball game. That'd be great. And
Yeah.
I think that we have the ability to do that.
And Michigan lost the USC in a blowout.
It was yeah.
31-13.
Wow. That's time it's up 5 minutes. It's a
Okay, Michigan's not beating at home.
is the game in Ohio or in Michigan this year?
Michigan.
Oh, it's strong. I didn't recognize it before.
I had it at Michigan football game.
I do.
Yeah, the game's at Michigan this year. Michigan's gonna win it again. What? Michigan plays you down next week.
I'll be against championship rematch.
Yeah, I went to the one last year. I wasn't too happy. At the end of the game, some fan rubbed into my face.
Dude, I'm a well dude guy. I don't.
He was like, cry about it, Michigan. I wanted to punch him in the face so bad. I wasn't for it zero because I was like, no, it's done. Lost. Went to the basketball game against Oregon a couple years ago. Michigan lost on a buzzer beating when Jackson Shelstag.
Where does it Michigan?
My grandparents are from there.
That's right. You told me that before. Now, take the headsets on and get rid of the center. I don't know what brand hot dogs.
Huh?
What's my brand of hot dogs they walk in State Center? I could just with it without the bun. I think the bun is okay. Like this. That's the actual hot dog itself. It's fantastic.
Wow, that's a sec beat Kansas by a lot.
I don't think any logo. I don't think it looks good.
The type of stack or
Yeah,
Kansas?
kind of stuff. I think that's them. I'm thinking of moving the black like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just 4 minutes to go before the start of the second half. It looks like the rain has now finally cooled off.
Well, we say that now, but it'll probably be. It's like,
Yeah, I figured we're staying with it. At least for now. We don't have to worry about that.
wow, if Oregon State doesn't win next week, they actually suck. They play.
Yeah, so according to one of the weather report, we got rain coming back in 15 minutes. So if we don't get the second half started here soon, this would be playing in a where does that feel?
Curran's went down for it.
I'll tell you what, we gotta consider these players, so gotta consider themselves local, but they're not playing on dirt, so they're playing in mud at this point.
Yeah. Oregon's playing at FCS school next week. They should win. They better.
With me, but we got the game here. We gotta Bob Washington State through the first half leads Loyola Man out 1-0. And Heather goal scored by Drew Neville off on the 6th of August. play was made possible due to a fantastic corner kick sequence.
Actually, Shackelford and Horatio both got assists on that one.
The play was a corner kick that was picked directly back to Jack Keeley and sent it off and headed off. Headed by Middleton, just off the gloves of Curran. You gotta feel for her. She did everything she could to save that, but the ball has had so much speed on it that there's nothing you can do though.
Yeah.
One end. That's how Washington State has the only goal of this game. Has had a couple of chances, they've had a couple of miscommunications, but really through the first half of this game, Washington State has done a great job of keeping the ball on offense, and when they don't have the ball, they've really not allowed many runs from Loyola Marymount. The ball has really been in LMU territory for a majority of this game.
Yeah, I think the key stat that stands out here is Washington State has not been offsides once tonight, which is impressive considering that it seems like we commit so many offsides every time.
Fantastic job by the Cougars to make the most of their opportunities, particularly as we've highlighted time and time again today, how banged up this team is. They're doing a fantastic job with who they have. It's next player up mentality. They've done that. They've been really, I'll tell you what, these players today have been pushing really hard. We've had Jordan Young has had a couple of plays where she's come in and had hit some very big pressure on Hoover on a couple of goal kicks. Middleborn has had a couple of plays. Defensively, Mates has done a fantastic job. Jefferson's had a couple of plays, but she's seemingly come out of nowhere to cut out what looked like a surefire goal. We're going to be both teams now on the field. Washington State is huddled up.
Yeah, there really hasn't been that many offsides in this game. There's only been called for 2. And like I said, the Cougars hasn't been called for anything.
Past again, they're very lot of match still here to play. Washington State playing huddled up. And so LMU versus down to keep warm. As it is along with the rain, it is a pretty chilly night here in Pullman.
Yeah, as of right now, the rain has started to slow down a little bit, but in about 10 minutes, it should start to come down.
Yeah,
harder.
It'll pick up again for just a little bit here. We are not through with the rain just yet. Now both teams going to their respective sidelines. Of course, we switch sides to start of the second half.
Well, looking at the weather next week, it looks like it's also going to be another wet one next Saturday. There's also
and that's the Gonzaga game.
Also rain in the forecast for that one. So.
Oh, we're gonna have to start worrying less about rain and more about the snow. Could we see a couple of freezing, frosty soccer games?
Well,
right in the season. Well, we'll have to see.
Well, luckily for us, we got winter sports coming up. Basketball season will be right around the corner. So,
absolutely. But while these fall sports are still going on, let's enjoy it as we get ready to start the second half here. Both sides out of the huddle. Both keepers jogging over it. It'll be Washington State who will take the opening kickoff for the second half. The Audrey Shackelford to take the opening kickoff for the second half. LMU started with possession. You got to think, the heat probably coming off the light here. Maybe pitch starting to dry perhaps a little. But
yeah.
As we've said, not for long.
Yeah,
and the second half is underway.
Yeah, and I think the key here for the Cougs is to not commit so many fouls. They committed 9 fouls in the first half. They need to clean that up a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be Wright immediately streaking down the left side, trying to work past 2 defenders. She cannot maintain possession. That one just step out in front. That one heads out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Oh, they're going to call a corner kick now. They're going to say one off of an LMU defender.
Yeah, this will be the first corner kick of the second half.
The 8th overall.
Yeah, Cougs had 7 corner kicks in the first half, as opposed to the Lions having 5.
I think Goreshi on that one headed away by the LMU defense. Now on the left side, another shot coming in. That was from Wright, and now it'll go back to a little bit with LMU. They have a single player going down right side. She's bumped off the ball. She goes down. She's wanting a foul. Meanwhile, now Goreshi has it on the left side. She looks to send a cross in, and she does. Actually, she sends a shot in. a very tight angle to try to get that one in. Hoover places herself perfectly to cut that one out. Bounces the ball once and now sends it away into a field of Cougars. LMU will somehow maintain possession of that one. Watts trying to get the ball back for Washington State. And McCullough now has it. That one gets away from everybody into the corner.
Cougs got to try to save this one. Yep. That one goes out of bounds just a little bit.
Throw in. It'll be thrown in by DePaulier. He throws that one in. LMU trying to work into the middle field. Here's a cross. Fantastically defended by Washington State. Watts got to that one, sends that one away.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Cougs are starting to be a little more aggressive on defense.
Jordan Young pushing up, tries to get that one from behind. Couldn't do it, and now it'll be Kluckstall with it. She immediately turns that one over. It'll be Person now bringing it up into the middle. She takes a dive. Oh, and there was certainly there's going to be some conversation about that one, but meanwhile, LMU, tries to set that one up for a shot, stumbling over his Dobbs, as that's a turnover, a costly turnover for LMU, what really could have set up a fantastic opportunity for them, but this field is still just as wet as it ever was.
It probably will get more wet here as the second half rolls on. So,
yeah, Shackelford tries to send that one away, intercepted by LMU, and now here they come. It'll be Bourne down the right sideline, trying to work past Watts. She can't. Down she goes.
She's not there.
No foul called, though. They'll say it's fair. Watts will bring that one up back over to Goreshi. Still on the left side, trying to fight past Person. She'll send it off over to the sideline, intercepted by LMU. Off. They think they're going to say that went off Goreshi, and they will. It'll be a throw-in for LMU, despite Kluckstall trying to save that one. She could not.
Yeah, Kluckstall is playing some pretty good defense so far.
Oh, and on the throw, and we're going to have another whistle.
Yeah.
They're going to call a foul against Washington State.
That's the 10th foul of this match for the Cougs. And
not both sides close.
And you know that it's bad when your fouls committed goes into double digits like it just did for the Cougs.
Yeah, as it has in many of the games they have played this year. It'll be a free kick on the right side for LMU. Here it comes. Nobody home there. Someone goes down for Washington State holding her head. That is Mitchell. She's already taken a couple of hits today, and obviously she missed a couple of games earlier in the season. As ball is continuing to bounce around, still a big threat. Fitzgerald just saves that one. Just saved after Bain bounced around a couple times. The ball all of a sudden comes out of nowhere. A diving Standifer is able to make the play and sends that one away to Jordan Young. She could not make the play on it.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, if Standifer doesn't save that, this game's tied. What an amazing save by Standifer.
Yeah. And fantastic steal there by Middleborn. As Young has it in the corner, she looks to send that one in. That's deflected off of LMU and out of bounds. That was deflected off of Land. So it'll be a throw-in. They're going to have, I believe they're going to have A.M. McLinn take that one. Yes, they are. She sends that one into Young, who has been double-teamed, gets the ball taken away by McCullough, but now the Cougars take possession back, but get called for a foul, and immediately that one is sent away, but I think the ref's going to have to call that one back.
Yeah, looks like they're calling this on the Lions. Number 4 there for the Lions, Kylie Dobbs, she threw her arms out like she was trying to protest why that wasn't a foul, but
I think they're giving this one to LMU. I think the ref's just going to say that she kicked that one before he allowed her to.
Yeah, they are.
And that's exactly what they are going to do.
My apologies. They are giving it. They are calling
the
foul.
Movement, and they're going to try to launch this one all the way down into Cougar territory. McLinn wins the header. Middleborn cannot maintain possession out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for LMU. It'll be taken by DePaulier. But immediately, Middleborn wins it back. Sends that one out over to Kluckstall. Goreshi, fast ball movement. It'll end up in the on the foot of Shackelford. She tries to send this one forward. Finally knocked away. That's Zimmerman, but Cougars maintain possession. It is Shackelford out to Watts on the left side. Shackelford into the box, trying to work her way into the middle. Passes over to Goreshi, who slides, skids, manages to maintain possession. And now finally that one is sent soaring out of bounds. Kind of a half-hearted shot attempt there. Hard to tell who that was. I not exactly sure who took the shot there.
Somebody from the Cougs that did.
Absolutely, because now it's a goal kick for the Lions, and it is a line drive, low kick. Winning the header is Dobbs, but winning the possession is Washington State. As how many times we said that today? Shackelford with it. She sends it off to Watts left side. She brings it back into the middle. Back out to Watts. They're forcing McCullough to try to pick between two offensive players. Here comes Washington State. The cross comes in right into the arms of Hoover. She makes the save, bounces it once, and sends that one away. A weird hooking shot.
Yeah,
there's nobody there. It looked like she had to take evasive action there to avoid kicking Jordan Young.
Yeah, she got the wrong angle on that shot a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that was intentional. I think she was trying to avoid kicking either her own player or one of Washington State's. So it'll be Cluckstall on the throw-in. She sends that one, tries to get it to Young. And it is sent back off the stands, back in the play. It'll be a throw-in. It'll be taken by DePaulier. She scans the field, looks upfield. She'll try to throw that one in. And it is knocked away by McGlynn. We have a whistle. It'll be a foul called against Pennington. Not sure what the ref saw there, but either way, it'll be Cougar ball. McGlynn sends this one up. Trying there to find Wright. Nothing doing there. I think it was Wright, actually, that took that shot a few minutes ago for Washington State. Watts now with it. Right side. She sends a cross in for Goreshi, who can't quite get it as two LMU defenders run directly into each other. It was going to be a 2-on-1 plus the keeper.
Yeah, and speaking of fouls, Goreshi committed 3 fouls in the first half, so she might want to be a little bit more careful with the way she plays here in the second half.
And actually, that was Middleborn who the cross was intended for. So, yet again, Hoover sends it away. That one does not quite make it past midfield. Was that a whistle? No.
No whistle.
Yeah, it was not. Dobbs with it. Sends it over to...
There's a whistle right there.
Now we're going to have a whistle. Mace is going to get called for that one. It'll be a free kick inside Cougar territory, just past midfield.
That might have been a little bit of a...
Or LMU, it'll be on the kick. It'll be McIllivus.
And that might have been a little bit of a late whistle there, but...
Perhaps, but certainly within the window that is deemed reasonable. Here comes the kick. Sends that one in. Washington State defense gets back in time. Headed by Mace. It'll end up with Goreshi as she tries to make her way over to the sideline. But, and there's some pretty hard contact there. That's going to be a foul called against Washington State. That's going to be on Goreshi. No surprise there.
Yeah.
And we're going to see a yellow for Goreshi.
Well, actually, I was just going to say, I'm surprised with all these fouls. We haven't seen a single card yet.
Yeah, well, you knew that was coming. You can't slide through a player to get to the ball.
But
and Goreshi will be given a yellow. She now has to be careful.
But yeah, I don't know if you call that an announcer jinx because I wasn't able to.
You weren't able to get it out before it happened.
Yeah, but
a yellow just means a warning. You're not sent off yet.
No.
You're being told not to do it again.
Yeah, no. But as soon as I was gonna say there was no cards, they threw a yellow card. So.
Just the ref putting his card away. I thought we were potentially seeing another one here.
Yeah, and luckily for Goreshi.
What's happening now?
Luckily for Goreshi this time.
And here comes the kick. Mace will get her head to that one first, and Watts will try to send this one out. Can't do it. LMU takes back possession. There's some more contact. No whistle, though. LMU picks it back up in Cougar territory.
Yeah, and luckily for Goreshi there, this one was just a yellow card, not a straight.
And ball bounced around, still contested. Nobody able to really maintain possession. Both teams fighting hard here. As Shackelford, and that you can't do that. Shackelford going down takes another player with her, and we could very well see another card here.
Yeah,
doesn't look like we will though, but Washington State has to be careful. There's a difference between playing defense and playing recklessly like they are right now, and you just cannot do that. You cannot grab another player's arm and bring him down as you're slipping.
Yeah, no, I think the Cougs got a break there. That looks like yellow card to me.
Absolutely, and after Greshi just got one, and having another one of your players, having Shackelford get another one about a minute later would not be what you want. Here comes the kick. It is headed by Mitchell, and now Washington State has it. They're trying to bring it up the left side. Some more hard contact. That one's going to get through. Here comes Young. She's not going to be able to get that one as it is passed back to Hoover, who sends that one away, but Greshi picks it back up again.
Great opportunity.
Middleburn now gets it. Middleburn now sends that one back to Cluckstall. Cluckstall holds it back into the middle. Here comes a kick that'll be deflected off of LMU. That will go off of Zimmerman, sliding off to the left side out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Washington State. Taken.
9th corner kick for the Cougs.
It will be taken again by Shackelford.
Like I said earlier, if you're in need of a corner kick, go to Shackelford.
And
he's the one who takes them.
And if you look out at the pick, and if you look up in the sky, the rain is back. It is coming down again here in Pullman.
Just like we predicted.
Here comes the kick. Shackelford fires that one in. Really nobody there, but deflected off of LMU. Still maintaining possession as Wazoo. As that one bounces around, Mace tries to send one in, and now this will finally go out of play. It'll be a Washington State throw in. It'll be taken by Cluckstall.
Yeah. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there for the Lions because that was a good opportunity to try to even the score.
Yeah, crowd chanting, "Let's go Cougs" here in Pullman.
As they should.
Here's the throw from McLean. She will try to fire this one all the way in, and we're going to have a whistle.
Doesn't even get a chance to fire it in before the ref blows his whistle.
I believe what they're going to say is that she stepped inbounds before she threw it, and that's a handball.
And, yeah, it looks like that's what they're calling.
That is exactly what.
First substitution of the game coming in here for the Lions, and it's the Seattle native, Malia Sahiro.
How about that?
The product of Liberty High School in Renton.
So being thrown in for DePaulier. LMU tries to build an attack, and they will. They will now send it down the right sideline, and it is Shackelford in pursuit, as that one will go off of the foot of Harrington. It was now, but LMU picks that one back up. I was going to say the Cougars have it, but they do not. Now, that's just an ill-advised cross, and Zahiro just came in, and now here comes Washington State.
Great
Watts will bring it up
here to double the lead.
A nice pass over to Greshi, who makes a fantastic move to get past the defender. It is now Young on the left side. She tries to work that one in, and that one will go out of bounds. Hard to say who touched it last, but they're going to award a goal kick for the Lions. 18 shots to Washington State. We are in the 59th minute. Washington State leads LMU 1-0. And here comes the kick. There's a long kick by Hoover. Young gets pushed. And I think we're going to have a free kick now for Washington State. And this is a fantastic chance for them. About 15 feet away from the box. They have a great chance here.
Yeah,
LMU really has to keep this one out if they're going to keep their hopes alive here.
Yeah, and I tell you what, for the Cougs, if they want to win this game,
it'll be A.M. McLean.
If the Cougs want to win this game, they got to try to capitalize and score right here, right now.
It'll be A.M. McLean on the kick against a 4-player wall. Ref blows his whistle. Here it comes. McLean on the kick. Sends that one just saved by Hoover. Hoover just gets the jump, just manages to push that one by a matter of inches as LMU manages to keep this a 1-goal game. That will be another chronicle for Washington State.
Positive that. The negative is that that was a great shot that the Cougs just barely missed out on. But positive is we have another corner kick here, the 10th of the match for the Cougs.
And here it comes. It is headed again, but not quite with the power that the last one had. Ended up going into the back of the net. Easy save there for Hoover as she now lets Everybody filter their way back, and she will now throw this one out over to the right side. In pursuit is both Young and Shackelford. Young ends up with it. Shackelford slides a little bit, but Washington State now, they have a chance. They'll send it off to Cluxdale on the right side. Now back to McLean in the middle. Sent out now Watts, far left side. Manages to find her way past the defender. Here's the shot from Watts. Saved by Hoover. Off the gloves, off the bounce. She's able to pick that one up, no problem, and now sends this one away.
Yeah, I think that just a little too low. I think if she would have kicked that a little bit more higher, that would probably could have gone in back in the net.
Cluxdale heads it, spins, and heads it
A
again.
little bit of contact there, and yeah, they're calling a foul on this one. On the line.
Perhaps they're there was no. It didn't look to me like there was any stoppage in play there. Now Cluxdale has it near side. She'll bring it up the right sideline. Middleborn and Young are there. She'll go out to Middleborn on the right sideline. Now back over to Goreshi in the middle. LMU defense forming back up. Over to Shackelford, who gets it taken away. Goreshi fights for it. Continues to fight for it. Now Young has it. Jordan Young shot. Saved again by Hoover. And the Washington State Cougars are certainly putting pressure on this LMU defense, but they have not broken yet in the second half.
Yeah, no, every shot they've taken, it's been saved by the goalkeeper.
McCullough will take it up. She's trying to get past midfield, ends up sending this one off to the right side, and now pushed forward, trying to hold on to it as Harrington. She cannot, sent away. And now here comes Washington State. Another push down the left sideline. This is their plan of attack, as that one is now swallowed up by the LMU defense as McKelvus sends that one away. Washington State continuing to fight this one though, as now LMU still has not quite got. Harrington gets hit pretty hard by Watts. They're not going to call a foul there. McLean has it. Here's a shot for Jordan Young, and she's going to be called offsides.
Well, there's the first offsides of the game for the Cougs right there.
Yeah, you look down the field, you see a player streaking down the field wide open, and you got to think how they got that open, and the offsides is the answer.
Yeah, honestly, to me, it's kind of shocking that it took the Cougs almost 63 minutes before they got their first offsides of the game.
Schulenberger has really enforced a good culture here in Washington State. He's been here a while. That's why he's been here a while.
Yeah, and which means that he's produced a winning culture, I guess.
Smith fires, deflected, and I'll tell you what, Cluxdale forced the full brunt of that shot there. Fantastic job by her. Now McCullough trying to fight her way through the defense. She continues to, and now here's a chance. Sent away by Mitchell. The shot was by Harrington, and now here comes another one. Cross. Harrington can't get to that one again. LMU still threatening, and finally that one is sent off and away by McLean, and the threat is for now averted.
And we got two subs coming in here for the Lions.
Checking in for LMU, number 18, Maddie Nolan, and number 21, Haley Takao.
We got number 18, Maddie Nolan, the freshman from Kansas, and then number 21, Haley Takao, the freshman from Kenyatta, California. So they have a defender and a midfielder coming on.
Well, that's interesting, given they're down one. Ref telling something to the players on the field. Couldn't hear what it was from up here.
It looks like we got a corner kick coming for the Lions.
Yeah, and it's certainly an interesting corner kick formation for them. They only have two players in the box. Certainly a bit of an odd formation here, is not exactly sure why the side judge still has the ball, but as finally will now get play. Oh, it's a throw-in. It's not a corner. It's a throw-in basically from the corner.
I tell you what,
now we will have a corner.
Yeah, that throw in fooled us both. We both thought it was a corner.
I was trying to figure out why the side judge was holding the ball for so long. Now that makes sense. Now we will have a legitimate corner for Loyola Marymount.
Yeah,
taken by McElbust again.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the long stoppage in play was for, but maybe they were discussing something.
64 minutes gone. Washington State still leads LMU 1-0. And lined up for the kick. Now this looks like a corner kick formation. Everybody in the box, bar 3. Here it comes. Off the foot of Jordan Young, sent away. LMU, a long shot. Fitzgerald off one hop, able to pick that up. I'm sorry, that was Standifer on that save. No problem there. Middlebourne now will pick up a ball that had bounced around quite a bit. Now picked up by LMU.
A little bit of contact there, no foul though.
As Takano tries to make her way past Washington State's defense, she now does. This could be something. And now finally McLean is able to get to that one, but Harrington now with it sends that one away. Not where she wanted to put it. Here comes Washington State, a 4-on-4 on offense. Right, working her way past the defense, still with it. And what a run that was, but it finally comes to an end as LMU's last defender is able to poke that one away, but Washington State still with possession. Shackelford with it. Looking to do something. She'll now pass it out to Kluckstall on the right sideline. Cougars about halfway between the goal and midfield as that lofted shot. No, nowhere near fast enough, nowhere near enough spin, no problem. Basically a fly ball out there in goal for a Hoover, no problem for her. As meanwhile, that will go out, it will be a throw-in for LMU. Kluckstall really not happy about that one. She was letting the side judge hear her opinion on that one. It'll be a throw-in for LMU. It'll be taken by Nolan. Maintained by Harrington. But now taken away by the Cougs. It's taken away by Goreshi, and here they come. It'll be right. Hounded by a defender from behind. She gives it up to Jordan Young. Young working on a 2-on-1. Sends that one away. It's 2-0. Washington State, 66th minute. What a shot!
Yeah, what a shot by
Jordan Young.
Yeah, what a shot by Jordan Young. She got around the two defenders, shot it from the corner, snuck it in the back of the net. 2-0 Cougs, and now the Lions have a long way to go if they want to come back and win this one.
Unbelievable shot by Jordan Young, and a fantastic job there by the Cougar offense to set that one up.
Maybe a Sports Center top 10 candidate. We'll see.
Maybe they'll see.
Highly doubt it, but you never know. The Lions took off from midfield after the amazing shot by Jordan Young. And for Young, that was goal number.
Here we go. LMU will kick it off. Young again giving pressure as that one is sent in. Attempted.
Goal number 3 for Young.
Harrington to LMU now maintains possession.
LMU maintains possession, and that's taken away by the Cougs. Right back over to LMU. And stolen away by Shackelford for the Cougs. The Cougs go on the attack, but it doesn't work. LMU is right there to keep it back on their side of the field. And this one goes right at the legs of Standifer. Goal kick coming for the Cougs. Standifer was going to kick it from the box, but the LMU defender was coming right at her, so she has to step out of it.
Harrington just did what Jordan Young has been doing all night.
As
now Jordan Young goes down.
And yeah, that's definitely a foul, and that's what the ref's calling. But for some reason, they're calling this foul on the Cougs.
Yeah, well, it looked to me like both players went down. There's a little bit of grabbing on both sides, but it certainly looked like Jordan Young grabbed the entire arm of Zimmerman as they both went down. You just cannot do that.
Zimmerman's kick is headed by the Cougs back on the LMU side, taken away by the Cougs. And it's back on the LMU side. Trying to get across midfield. Back on the Cougs side. That's over to Kira Mitchell. Easy to tell which one she is tonight, wearing the face mask. As a Cougar player slips, and they're going to say that's out of bounds.
Pull that ball off the foul pole as that one leaves the stadium.
Yep, awesome.
What do you know? I'm full of baseball references today.
That's all right. Baseball players, you can be full of baseball references.
And in the 69th minute, Cougars lead the Lions 2-0. 22 shots for Washington State, only 5 for LMU.
And free kick from the Cougs just outside of their own bench. This one is sailing wide. It's going out of bounds and somehow kept inbounds by the Cougs, saving a turnover there. That's great awareness by Journey Middleborn to get over there and keep that in bounds for the Cougs. Back over on the Lions side now. And right there is Alina Watts to get it back on the Cougs side. Out of bounds over by the Cougs bench. Throwing coming for the Cougs.
Some contact the ball went out of bounds, and the entire Washington State sideline immediately pointed, our ball, and they do get it.
And it looks like we might have a substitution.
I think that's Sadal coming back in.
Yes,
it is.
It is. I thought it was a substitution. I couldn't tell, but yes, Sadal comes back in.
It's hard to tell.
Yep, Cougs have the ball. LMU playing aggressive on defense as the Cougs are trying to capitalize on this and really put this game out of reach for the Lions. Jordan Young here as a little contact there, no foul. Alina Watts with it now. Here's the shot, and it's high onto the hill, just past the net. Goal kick coming for the Lions.
Before the goal kicks and game stats through 70 minutes, 23 shots for the Cougs, 5 for LMU, 2 saves for Washington State. LMU has 7. 10 corner kicks for Wazoo. The Lions have 7. 15 fouls committed by Wazoo. The LMU Lions have 8. Cougars lead 2-0, 70th minute.
And Watts gets tripped up, and they're going to call this foul on the Lions. That's on Callan Harrington, number 7.
So add 1.
Add 1 to the foul total, yep.
The rain continues to come down here in Pullman. Can't imagine the field can get more soaked than it already is.
No. As this kick from midfield by Mitchell sails all the way on the other side of the field to the backstop. Another baseball reference. That's out of bounds. Going over to the Lions. Goal kick coming. That's headed away by the Cougs. Headed back by the Lions. Trying to get on their side of the field, but there was nobody there for the Lions. See if the Cougs can capitalize. Here's Shackelford being defended by 2 defenders. Garishi kicks that one way out of bounds up on the hill.
Skip over the fence and end up on the hill. So new ball over your corner. Pac-12 official going to go get that one. West Coast Conference official going to get that one, actually.
Goal kick coming for the Lions. That's headed by Garashi. And that now headed by Sadal. Out of bounds in front of the Cougs bench. It looks like they're saying off LMU, so it'll be throwing for the Cougs here. Alina Watts will be taking the throw in here. Finds Jordan Young, who just lets that one sail out of bounds over to the Lions. Throw in coming here for Isabel Smith. And right there is Shackelford to put it back on the Cougs side. Taken away by LMU now on the Lions side of the field. Cougs got it for a second, got it back to the Lions. Now it's back over on the Lions side. Maintains possession. That one's headed there by Middleborn. Yep, finally sent away, deflected over on the Lions side. Now back over on the Cougs side. Now it's Alina Watts being defended by number 11 there for the Lions. As that one deflected and out of bounds.
Deflections and headers for saying you might as well call
And
it ball.
And this one is deflected enough that it's a short corner kick for the Cougs. The 11th corner kick for the Cougs coming up.
Just over 16 minutes left to play here tonight.
Barring some miracle, looks like we'll get a Cougs win today. And having at least one Coug victory in the day. We had football team barely lose. Swimming came in 3rd place at Fresno State Invite, and volleyball got swept by Pepperdine. So hopefully soccer can get a win for WSU today.
Fantastic effort for Washington State out in Mississippi against a very great Ole Miss team, 4th ranked in the nation, only losing by 3. Encouraging signs for them.
Yes, definitely put Wazoo football on notice for the entire country.
They play Virginia next week, who I believe is also ranked.
Yeah. As this one is out of bounds over between the benches.
And now for the Cougs, number 22, Elliot Cordes.
Elliot Cordes checks back in for the Cougs. She'll replace Journey Middleborn. Middleborn will take a seat.
So you got to think that, as the game is starting to run down here, any moves you can make to.
Alina Watson throwing, kind of a weird throwing. Looked like it was gonna go out of the stadium, but it didn't. It got back on the playing field. Sadal has it now. Now it's Clarksdale. Here's Cordes being defended by number 21 for the Lions, and that's a little bit of miscommunication there. A little bit off target.
Absolutely, and don't look now, but it looks like the rain's starting to come down harder.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see we'll see how much longer the rain continues to affect this game.
Well, there's not much game left.
As Cordes has it now, shot is just a little bit wide, but there's a Cougar right there on it. Actually, that was Sadal with the shot. Cordes was there.
The two players who just came in.
McLean's attempt is saved by the goalkeeper for the Lions. LMU has a goal kick.
This rain is going to continue for a lot longer than this game is. We got only 15 minutes to go, and the rain's going to go for another about an hour and a half.
14 and a half minutes left.
Both sidelines still trying to just keep warm because you never know when you're going to need someone off the bench that could spark a turnaround in this game. LMU, no, I know there's not much time left, but they're not out of this. Only down 2.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if I was a player down there, I'd be ready for this game to just end right now.
Yeah, luckily, hey, we're up here. We're at least somewhat warm. We got a heater in here, windows open, but
yeah,
we're not doing too badly.
As this shot is deflected over on the Cougs side of the field.
It's been an LMU's half for the last 5-6 minutes now.
It has been on LMU's half, but it keeps going over.
The Lions have just not been able to build anything offensively since Washington State got that second goal. You got to think that's a deflating goal for LMU.
Yeah, on the weather, they're probably not used to these weather conditions coming from LA, where it's usually almost always sunny. Shot by Garashi goes up on the hill. A little too high on that one. Goal kick coming for the Lions. And we have a substitution for the Lions as well.
Situations like this, down by 2 with not much time left, one player off the bench could spark something. And you got to pick, as a coach, you have to be able to pick the right player. Have to be able to pick
now for the Lions,
who's coming off as well.
We have Caitlin McCulloch coming back in for the Lions. Number 22. We have a midfielder coming in.
He's played quite a bit in this game, so no surprise there that LMU is bringing her back in. She started this game as well.
She played all the starters for LMU played the entire first half for the Lions.
Third line substitution this game, I believe. Maybe it's their 4th.
Yeah, they haven't had too many substitutions.
Free kick within
the Cougar zone, yeah.
Pretty much within midfield.
It's Alice Zimmerman taking the kick. And
long kick.
Having to jump for it, Standifer goes off.
A player down for Washington State.
Goes off for Glove. She gets it back, and yeah, we have a player down for Washington State, and it's Curran Mitchell, but she's back on her feet. That's a good sign for the Cougs after she missed the previous 2 games against Santa Clara and San Diego. Came back for the St. Mary's game. And if you're the Cougs, that's good to see. You cannot afford another injury, especially a season-ending one.
Stanford just comes flying in from absolutely nowhere, makes the play that has to dive for a ball that slips out of her gloves. Fantastic job by her, but I think some unintentional contact with her own teammate. Mitchell looks to be okay.
Yeah, Standifer looking like Superman out there with all those jumps she's having to make to save, though. As here's Garashi being defended by 2 defenders. Shackelford slips, but there was no contact.
Almost looked like that.
Siddall's shot too high over the crossbar. Goal kick coming for the Lions.
Yeah, down there though by Shackelford to get that
Checking in
pass
for
out. Actually,
LMU
was
number
sliding.
13, Cameron.
See another move now. It'll be Cameron Bourne.
Cameron going back in for the Lions. She committed 2 fouls in the first half.
Looks like LMU is going back to their starters for the final 11 and a bit minutes here. Just trying to generate anything on offense.
Trying to at least get 1 goal to make this a little bit more respectable.
There was a
The goalkeeper's shot goes out of bounds.
contested header there. Dobbs immediately throwing her hands up. She wanted a foul, and I'll tell you what, I do think that there was a
little bit of contact.
there's a bit of contact, and I'm actually surprised that was not called. I think that it's a fair claim there for Dobbs to be throwing her hands up.
We got Jordan Young being defended by 2 defenders.
2.5. There's someone else right there as well.
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah. Now it's Aya McLean. Her cross is not only too high, but wrong direction, way right, up onto the grass berm. Another goal kick coming for the Lions.
You got to think just a misplaced kick there, obviously. Not what she wanted to put that, given about 50 feet away from goal.
Yeah, I think at this point the Cougs aren't too worried about scoring a goal. I think they pretty much have confidence that they'll be able to close this out with a win.
Well, they're still trying to get some more here as a cross from Siddall now lands behind the net.
Yeah, they are.
Get another goal kick. The Cougars' offense has not let up at all.
Yeah, if the Cougs do score another goal here, you can pretty much put this game in the book. And after this, maybe we remind you, the Cougs have an entire week off before their next game, so they'll be well rested coming into the Gonzaga match next Saturday.
Exactly a week. And as we've said in the first half, it'll be another rainy affair for that one.
Yeah.
Because the Cougars playing in the rain seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah. Them playing in the rain is not stopping them. As here's Alina Watts being almost defended by 2 defenders. The second defender got there a little bit late. Now Watts being defended by 2 defenders. Here's the shot by Siddall. It's wide. A little high.
Looking at that Gonzaga game ever since the Pac-12 conference collapsed, Gonzaga and Washington State, that rivalry is really starting to brew into something special.
Well, I mean, they are only separated by like an hour and a half, so.
Absolutely.
And LMU keeps this one in bounds, just close to the out-of-bounds line. Calvin Harrington, the leading goal scorer for LMU, the person you want to stop, has it. Now gives it to Caitlin McCullough. Back over to Harrington, trying to get it across the midfield line of the Lions.
82 minutes gone.
And Mikkel Pu's shot is out of bounds towards the Lions bench. Throwing coming here for Alina Watts of the Cougs. Smith right there to deflect that one.
Yeah, not what she was wanting. I mentioned on the throw, and it's good enough in the hands of the Lions.
Shackelford kicks that one out of bounds. Throwing coming for the Lions. Smith to throw it in. Not deflected by the Cougs. The Lions keep this one in possession, and the Cougs get it back, but the offside flag is up, so it's immediately turned back over to the Lions.
I'm not exactly sure who they've called offsides on there. I have to imagine it was Jordan Young. She was the highest player up on the pitch, but she didn't appear to be anywhere near behind the defenders. I'm not exactly sure what the cause is. Perhaps I would think it's a foul, but you did see the offsides flag.
Well, it is an offside on the Cougs. We just don't know who it was. As the cross is headed by the Lions away from the goal. This one's deflected by the Cougs.
She didn't quite get to that one. She had the jump. She just didn't quite have the timing. And it's another corner kick from LMU, this time from the left side.
Aya McLean kicks that one out to force the Lions corner kick. This will be their – well, okay, yeah. It said 7th. Now it's changed to the 8th corner kick of the match for the Lions.
If Washington State will lead another shot here, that will be 30 shots on the night for them.
17 fouls for the Cougs. They're going to want to work on that going into the Gonzaga game next week.
Well, it's a defensive team who plays hard throughout the game, so fouls, unfortunately, are a fact of life.
This one's being fought for. Cougs win it. LMU takes it back.
And say the more encouraging stat defensively for Washington State is the fact that, well, not only have they not allowed a goal, but only one yellow awarded today. Now, the fact that it's only one yellow and the fact that we're using the word only perhaps is not a fantastic sign for Washington State, but they do only have one today.
So far, yeah, that's something the Cougs have definitely cleaned up. Shot for Mitchell goes over to Garashi.
Who stumbles, couldn't pick it up, LMU ball.
Back over to the Cougs. LMU stumbled as well.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I look back and
Here's Shackelford across the midfield line.
there's two players on the ground.
Cordes' shot just wide of the net. Back onto the hill. Another
And
goal
that's-
kick coming for the Lions.
And that's 30 for the Cougs.
I think that's a new season high. I have to double check on that one.
84 minutes gone, 6 to play, 30 shots for the Cougs, 2 saves, 11 corner kicks, 17 fouls, 2 goals. As for the Lions, 5 shots, 7 saves, 8 corner kicks, 9 fouls, nothing in the back of the net for them. Cougars lead 2-0 with just over 5.5 to play.
Well, speaking of fouls, that's now 18 as the Cougs get called for yet another foul. Lions will bring this back across midfield. That's headed away by the Cougs, out of bounds. Obviously it's off the Cougs. Sure, or we can do it when we're walking over. And this is a goal kick coming for the Cougs. It's Standifer. Before she does that, we have a stoppage in play. Not sure what it was about, but the rest says play on. Standifer kicks it, gets across the midfield line.
I think that Standifer was not sure if he was being allowed to kick that one yet. Refs just stops the play to clarify. Oh, a fantastic move by Sedal.
Yep, Sedal still with the ball. Gives it off to Shackelford. Goal here by the Cougs. Puts this game away.
Well, Sedal just put McCullough on the floor with that move.
Pretty athletic move by Sedal there.
Fantastic move in the wet.
A little bit of contact.
And this could be trouble.
And
They're going to let him play on, though.
yeah, surprisingly, they're going to let him play on. That sure looked like a foul to me. As Harrington for the Lions has it. You don't want to let her score. She leads the team in goals. And Standifer makes sure she doesn't score. She saved that just to the right of the post.
Blocked that one with the chest and then falls on top of it.
We're approaching 4 minutes left to play here.
It looked like Harrington just could not get her footing right there. There was a couple times where she stumbled, couldn't quite set it up right, and then by the time she did, Cougar defense was there and that shot was off.
Here's Jordan Young being defended by McCulloch. Now 4 defenders on her. She manages to find another Coug to give it off to. Here's Shackelford. Maintaining the ball. Shot is saved by Hoover. Back over to the Lions side.
Fingertips there on that save.
Back over to the Cougs. It's Alina Watts now. Being defended by Taylor Person. Finds Garashi, who's sitting on 1 yellow already so far with 4 fouls in this game.
And Washington State here just looks like they're just going to continue to push this one end to end and just try to wind out the clock here. And, there's some contact now. Someone went down.
Fans want this to be called on the Cougs, but it's not. They're saying they're calling this on the line.
Well, I think the fans are upset that the LMU player walked up and took the ball right away from the Washington State player who was basically lying on top of it. I think that's what the fans are upset about.
Well, whatever it is they're upset about, the Lions have a throw in here.
But they are certainly running out of time. 2:40 left to play. 87 minutes gone.
Yeah, they're definitely running out of time here. I think we can pretty much say this will be a Cougar win now.
And Young will just let that one slide out of bounds.
Another free kick coming here for the Lions. The one stat they don't have on the scoreboard is the amount of free kicks on here. Lions get it across, but Sedal is there to take it away for the Cougs. Off to Garashi. Shackelford.
I think the reason they don't have free kicks most of the time, fouls end up being free kicks. They're only off by 1 or 2 if it's a penalty.
Here's Cluckstall. That's deflected away by the Lions, right back to Cluckstall. She
I was gonna say
maintains
set right
possession.
back.
As Maggie Mace is out. Good to see her back out there. We have Alina Watts now off to Jordan Young. Cougs are just trying to take time off the clock, hold on to the ball as long as possible to make sure that LMU doesn't
We'll get another
make
one.
this game.
We'll get another one off the light pole out of play. So that's 3 on the day. Washington State, and as I always say,
Another throw and coming here.
and I have to say, with the fact this campus is on a hill, why don't you look down the bottom of the hill? You may find a ball or two, take it home as a souvenir.
As this throw-in is deflected and goes out of bounds. Looks like off the line, so it'll be Alina Watts to throw it in here for the Cougs.
And now just 60 seconds left to play here at the lower soccer field.
Now it's
1
60
minute
seconds.
remaining.
And another, I guess this one goes out of bounds now too.
And the ball just for the last 2 or 3 minutes has just been stuck in that corner down in the left corner over by LMU's goal. And I think this is where tonight's match is going to end.
Yeah, they have not been able to get it out of that left corner. And guess what? It's going to be stuck in that left corner.
And they'll finally get it out, or perhaps they won't.
Yeah, perhaps they won't. We'll see. And another looks like a foul's called, and
That's now in the double digits for the Lions as we are now under 30 seconds left to play.
yep. And considering that, Standifer is now out towards midfield, just
And so she'll will retreat back into goal.
to be out. There's an extra defender, and guess what? It is still out in the left corner.
10 seconds.
That'll do it for tonight's game with 10 seconds to go.
7, 6,
Almost. We just need one more throw in here, and that should
And
do
I don't
it.
even think we're going to get this one.
We're not even gonna get a throw in. That'll do it. The Cougs win 2-0 in tonight's match. The Cougs improve to 4, 5, and 4, 2, 2, and 1 in this in WCC play. LMU falls to 5, 5, and 1, 2 and 3 in WCC play. Kelly, what are your takeaways from tonight's match?
Well, Washington State, a hard-fought, fantastic game. We knew the defense was going to show up. The question was, were they going to be able to get anything done in the rain? And indeed they were. 2 goals, both fantastic goals by Washington State. They take the win here 2-0, and they have a great game coming up next week, and possibly very similar conditions against Gonzaga. And with that, here are your final stats for tonight's game. For Washington State, 30 shots, 3 saves, 11 corner kicks, 18 fouls. For the Lions, LMU, 6 shots, 7 saves, 8 corner kicks, 10 fouls. Your final score here tonight is Washington State 2, LMU 0. That'll do it for us at Lower South.
Well, before we have soccer game next Saturday, we'd like to remind fans to make sure to tune in next Thursday. Cougar Volleyball returns home to host the San Diego Toreros at Bowler Gym at 7 o'clock. I'll be on the call with Norma Fullwiler for that one. Charlie will be back for the Gonzaga game with Nathan Eshelman. But for now, that'll do it tonight. For Charlie Templeton, I'm Declan Curran saying so long from Lower Soccer Field. Good wins has been Cougar Soccer right here on KGR, the student voice of the sport.